a BMW M5 E60 with an SMG problem. Hello guys, this is George from OGS Mechanics Workshop, and today we have this BMW which has been brought to us from different repairers. And if we look at the brakes, have a look closely. This car has been stood a very long time, as you can see from the brakes. But what I want to show you more, if you come around, that's the way that the vehicle is being delivered with us, with several spare parts, because in the end they've been carried out a bit of a guesswork. They couldn't really understand why this car is not moving. The SMG gearboxes, they are a bit comprehensive, and what is also more comprehensive, if it comes to box internally, is very hard to find new parts. So if it comes to an internal problem, you need to find a donor vehicle, a donor gearbox in order to strip. And we've done a similar job in the past. But what was the problem here? It wasn't an internal issue into the box like we had previously. We had one with some problems on the forks, but on this particular one, we had three issues. One of them was a problem with the pressure compensator, which is exactly this part here on the old block. It's not holding pressure. Then we had the problem with the clutch valve, and eventually we had the problem with the clutch plate. The customer had an aftermarket clutch purchase and install. So it was a complex of situation where it wasn't just one problem, and that's why it was so difficult for the previous repairer to try to figure out what exactly was the issue. But after we obviously went through it step by step, reading live data, because a diagnostic, it doesn't mean just plug in a machine, read the fault code, and it's going to tell you exactly what it is. So it's quite a comprehensive procedure of following the steps in order to understand what exactly happening and have it rectified. After we've managed to solve some electrical problems, and then we have proceeded doing the calibration on the gearbox, it keeps on failing on the clutch calibration. We managed to do the gear lever calibrations, that's fine, but on the clutch calibration, it keeps on failing. So at this moment in time, we have no option but to take the gearbox off to check the installation of the clutch to see if we see anything in there. As I said, we keep on failing, so we need to start from there, and then we'll see where we end up. As we said, we have progressed. We have removed the transmissions. What we notice in here, the clutch was not correctly installed because it has two discs and they were the other way around. No, here it is, the transmission. We have the sorry, I don't have any light in here. Anyway, we've corrected the position of the clutch, and tomorrow we'll carry on with the installation back of the gearbox, and we'll see it from there. Hopefully we'll be successful and carry on the calibration, but we'll keep you updated, hopefully tomorrow with some news, some good news. Have a good one. Cheers, bye. Another update, vehicle still on the ramp, the gearbox is off again. As we initially estimate, it is a bit of a challenge. Obviously all second-hand parts, don't know anything about them. So at the moment we're gonna replace the clutch cylinder, then the gearbox has to go back on the car. So quite extensive work, as you can already see. We had the gearbox off twice. Yeah, we don't get it to have it fully installed, but anyway, it's still taking a lot of time. So but nevertheless, we are on it, we're making progress. I'll keep you updated as we progress. Cheers, bye. Another Friday, car still on the ramp. Just to give you an update where we are now. So we managed to sort out the hydraulics on the car, on the gearbox. It was a problem with one of the solenoid. I don't think it was the new clutch unit on. Anyway, so currently we've got pressure building In that respect, it's all fine. But the problem that we're encountering now, it was that the clutch, it was not disengaging. And we know the hydraulics are fine, the pressure is building, the clutch is operating, and there was still a problem when you try to perform clutch adaptation. Now, we have taken everything apart and look again at the clutch. Now, initially, yeah, we know this is an aftermarket clutch and we expected that to be different, but after we analyzed it, we came to conclusion that it still could be something not right. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the clutch, the original plate. This is a BMW plate. Where is it? See, this is BMW. This was aftermarket. Now, what is interesting here is, see this spring that we can see on this plate? It's completely missing here. We don't know why. There's a mark like it was, but I don't know whether someone took it off. No idea. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the original plate. We obviously gonna put a new disc because the original one, they quite worn out, and now everything has to go back in a car and then try again to perform the adaptation. But see, it's jobs like that, they take a lot of time, and you know, you go step by step, you found something, you rectify and move on and so on. But this is where we are. We're gonna, again, like I said, put the clutch back on. Basically from 2 clutches we're gonna have a new unit, put a gearbox in 2 bolts, and we'll try to carry on the basic settings on the clutch. So hopefully in the next video I should have some good news. Bye. So do have some updates. Last week what we've done, we installed the clutch the way we said. We have basically made the clutch from 2. We kept the original plate and we put the new discs because the original one, they are quite worn. And then finally we managed to do the calibration. It passed the calibration on the clutch. So currently we are in process of installing all the components, and yeah, hopefully later today the car is gonna go out of the workshop and it's gonna go driving. So yeah, this is where we are. Quite a bit of a challenging job, as I said, a lot of quite time consuming, but we've got progress. We are now to the stage that if you come around, just gonna show you. So we are at the stage the vehicle starts, and it's really rolling. So as you can see from the rust on the disc, it has not done so for a long time. Customer is very excited that soon he's gonna have this car. Actually, he told me when he brought it in, the car is stood in garages for over 6 months. Here we managed to get it running, and again, a glimpse in what we do here in OGS Mechanics, one stop for all vehicle needs. And if you think this video is useful, share to our channel for more videos related to car repairs. Wait to see you on the next video.